Okay, welcome to the Success System 2.0. This is the training from the Upgraded Coach. We have, the reason it's 2.0 is we had a 1.0 and we've revamped it, made it a lot better. And the way I'm going to deliver it today is to cover a couple of main topics. Number one is if all they did. So if all your clients did was go through this Success System, would they get the desired result that you promise and that they want? If that's the case, then perfect. Really, everything else is noise, isn't it? But if that's all they did, then we need to make sure the Success System is very thorough, it's exactly what your market need, and it's bang on the money, okay? The next thing is internally marketing it. Now, a lot of the times coaches have actually good systems, they program well, they're good coaches, but they just do not internally market their Success System. So there's no use having really good stuff, but no one comes to it. Now, some of the coaches who heavily emphasize check-ins, maybe that's their best trait, maybe it's good. I don't believe in fully going all in check-ins, but let's say you do. If you don't internally market people to come to that check-in, then they don't get a result, they don't get the value from that feedback, and therefore eventually the clock is ticking for when they leave. The next piece is internally marketing it, and then the next piece is tracking that. And you want to blow clients away with your tracking. You want them to be like, I want to sit down a one-to-one call and say, okay, so over the last 3 months, you have attended 45% of our fortnightly calls as a group. You've came to 3 in-person events. You've got a check-in completion rate of 80%. You've got a trainerized True Coach adherence rate of 75%. They'd be like, wow, I feel seen and heard. Okay, more on that in a bit. And lastly, true MRR. That's what all of that adds up to, as a business that is recurring in revenue and your clients are succeeding, so it means they're not leaving. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to cover reasons clients leave, the 30-day path, the 5 feelings that your clients must feel, the Success System priorities, internal marketing, tracking and reporting, and handing off to someone else to do it when you're in the position to do so. So first things first, to give clients clarity. Clarity equals simplicity, and simplicity leads to belief. We all know what belief does. Now, it's not about your systems, it's not about your service, it's actually if the client believes in themselves, because when they believe, that's when they do the thing, and when they do the thing, that's when they get the result, and when they get the result, they stay and pay you money, and you have a great working relationship, okay? But they can't get that belief if it's confusing and if it's all over the place. So we need to give them clarity, okay? And that comes from simplicity. So we need to get clients to show up, be excited, and allowing you to coach at scale. Okay, if you don't get multiple clients showing up to your stuff that you put on, then you can't teach them in a scaled environment. You can't harness the power of community. You want to make clients feel seen and heard, and therefore stick way past the training and nutrition element of coaching. If a client doesn't do parts of your Success System, it's on you. Now I want us to think of that all the way through the rest of this training. If a client doesn't do parts of your Success System, it's up to you. You haven't internally marketed it properly. You haven't articulated why it's so important for them to do that. I see coaches all the time, they're like, yeah, you have to do your check-in by Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if you don't, then you know, you're not going to get the results you want. It's like, it's a pretty shit way to sell them. We know that they need to do their check-in for their benefit, but you have to, in the initial 30 days, sell them on the reason why, right? So let's talk about the main reasons clients leave PTs. Number one, lack of results. Really simple, clients want tangible results. If they're not seeing progress or achieving their goals, they are out. No one sticks around paying for something that doesn't work. Next up, poor communication. Our expectations are high as humans now. Ignoring messages, failing to provide updates, or just not being responsible enough can make clients feel undervalued. Clear, consistent communication is crucial. Can I tell you how many coaches fail on this? Really poor communication. Next up, and this is probably my favourite, and I'll tell you why. Inconsistency. Clients need to rely on your service. If you're not consistent in delivering quality, whether it's missed appointments, fluctuating quality, or unreliable schedules, clients will look elsewhere. Now, I see so many coaches, they put something on, then no one shows up and they just give up. Or they change their check-in day, or they change how they deliver check-ins, and they just keep making changes to things, or they don't, they take random days off when they shouldn't be. That's just not in their regular their cycle. So clients are just confused. You can't be inconsistent. If you want your success system to work and get incredible results, you need to be consistent. Because if you're not consistent, the clients won't be consistent at coming to it, okay? Unmet expectations, over-promising and under-delivering is common. If clients feel misled or that the service isn't what was advertised, they lose trust and they leave. This is especially true for those who are flinging out these big marketing claims, you know, drop 20 pounds in 30 days, 60 days and stuff. And they wonder why they have to keep marketing. It's because you're setting up unmet expectations for people, unrealistic. Lack of future. Clients hit the 90-day mark, and usually by week 8, they've made their mind up if they're staying on or not. This is with or without results, so never assume, but you need a roadmap well past what they even considered and to show that your service provides that. And of course, outside influences. A jealous, self-conscious partner can plant a seed and cause the client to pack it in. This is why it's so crucial to build a thriving community of like-minded people. So let's talk about this. If a client only stuck to 3 to 5 things in your service that got them the desired result, what are those 3 to 5 things in your service? I want you to think about that. Think about all the stuff that's in your service and they only stuck to 3 to 5 of them and they got a result. What would they be? Because you've got to think to yourself, is the rest just noise? Hold that thought. Here's mistakes coaches make. Here is everything. And sometimes we're proud, and I've been guilty of this in the past. I'm proud of all the resources about, here's everything, take it all. So what we need to do is we need to have a clear 30-day path and then the rest. Before we do that, we need to think about the 5 feelings that you have to make your clients feel. Excited, engaged, seen, belong, optimistic, and that they believe. That's the 5 feelings. You wake up every day and make your clients feel one of those feelings, you'll do well for building a recurring business. And this is the image I want you to think of when your client signs up. Remember, we're talking first 30 days here. They come into your program and they're just like, whoa, it's like Tokyo. And they're just like, don't even know where to look. They hear jargon, all these lights are just jargon, words, different things that they have to watch and do. And they're just like, wow. And yet at first it's like, oh, shiny. And then it's like, okay, my eyes are sore and my receptors are fried. Whereas what we want to do is give them that clear path. You know, at first it can be, wow, but it's like, no, never mind all that. That's coming soon. Here's your path. Because remember, clarity instills belief. So this is the sort of stuff that we do inside the Upgraded Coach. So the first 30 days, we have all these things here. Implementation zone, this is where we track our coaches doing the work, right? We track it, we set a due date for them to finish their task, and we can see it live. Campfires, that's our WhatsApp groups with me and the client and the success coaches, different operations, product manager, social media manager, all in the one group chat. The coaches check-in, that's a call every Monday as a group, where we get 90% of our clients coming to every Monday. Accountability zone, this is where we provide MRR reporting for every single individual client, and this is where they enter their numbers every month, clients left, clients joined, plans for the rest of the month, for the month coming. Then there's trainings, there's the big domino call, there's the My Next Moves, it's our one-to-one calls with coaches, MRR systems call, which is our systems we use, MRR events, MRR Stacker mini meetups. But the first 30 days, they don't need all that, because that would be this. They just need these 4 things, okay? And our most successful clients, once they've done their 30 days, then they can come to the trainings, then they can do My Next Moves and MRR events, because that's the perfect clients. That's our most successful clients. When they do all of this, they will 2x or 3x their MRR. So you've got your 3 things, and then the rest. How can you organize them by priority? So I want you to make your list of all the things that you have, pick 3 to 5 things, and I want you to organize them by priority, better than you do now. Next up is internal marketing. I'm going quite fast here, so the video isn't too long, but you can pause it, rewind it and stuff. Internal marketing. Never make assumptions, okay? Never make assumptions that people know that your call's on certain dates. Every single coach's check-in, the reason we've got 90% show-up rate at these, when we help personal trainers who have got clients in person as well as online coaches and stuff and gym owners, is every Monday we drill home the importance of it. We offer value on the call and we remind them. We send them a text message and we send them a WhatsApp message to say, come to the check-in, it's going to have XYZ at it. Next is your onboarding videos. This is how you internally market to your success system. Don't be shy in putting experienced clients through it again and again. What happens is when we, in the Upgraded Coach, when we start improving our coach's service, the next 10 clients love it, but we end up getting fight back from the 15 clients who have been there for 2 years because they aren't onboarded through the new process. They don't know the standards, they don't know the success system. So it's so important to put your old clients back through it. And review and audit every quarter. See your onboarding videos, I've done 7 different types of onboarding videos for the Upgraded Coach. We're only 3 years old. So like, you always have to review it. You'll probably get better at speaking. You'll know your standards, your values will change slightly. You'll know who you want to help, more concise. So always review them, because when someone signs up to your program, if they watch a bunch of old onboarding videos that aren't connected to each other, that's the start of them not adhering to your success system. Make it loud and clear, people who follow the success system get the best results. All your case studies, internally market it to the point where it's like, this is our client who 2x and 3x their MRR, and they've never missed a check-in. They never miss their tracker at the end of the month, okay? Reminders, weekly call reminders every single time. Group WhatsApps, one-to-one outreach that you tie in with reports. So a perfect example is this: if we're noticing someone, we have a check-in, we take the attendance, we audit it all. So if you're a client, for example, we'll know how many check-ins you've been at the last 6 months. But if you've not been to 3 in a row, if you've not been to 1, after it, we're going to message you. Hey mate, noticed you went to the check-in, is everything good? And that's when you feel seen and you feel that you belong to something, because it's like, well, there was 65 people on that call and I wasn't at it and they still missed me. And that's coaching, okay? Do not just rely on automations, know your stats. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Don't just rely on automations. Yeah, it's great that we can do automations and stuff, but they'll turn into wallpaper. You have to coach here, and you have to remind people to come to these things. So here's an example. Hey mate, hey name, we missed you on the weekly call tonight. How are things? They reply, no problem. Are you able to clear every Wednesday, 7 PM? You'd love it. Or they reply, no, can't make them. Okay, let's make it a routine to watch it back and report with takeaways. Deal? So either way, maybe they can't come to the call, but at the very least, we're going to get them to take action and implement from these calls. And remember, switch up communication. If you're always using WhatsApp, text them, email, tag them, phone, message on Instagram, one-off. Do one-off to start behavior, right? If you notice they're just not coming to things, change up the angle, change up the messaging to shock them. Showcase. Mention clients who never miss. Again, internally marketing to showcasing clients who never missed, and this comes into your external marketing as well. Tracking and reporting. Update your CRM. So we currently use this inside the Upgraded Coach, where you have your CRM, and we also track attendance to each part of the success system. So we track, have they done their tracker this month? Have they came to the coach's check-in? Have they completed their check-in form? Have they XYZ? What's their communication been like in WhatsApp? So it's all tracked. So if I go on a call with an Upgraded Coach in 5 minutes time, I can pull up all the information. So monthly reporting, at the end of every month, after reviewing the monthly report, this will dictate where you spend your time, effort and energy coaching clients. It'll also identify your next excitement pipeline. So what I mean by this is, like, so many coaches just coach on instinct and reactively. Someone never checked in, they not replied to WhatsApps, then eventually replied, oh, I'm feeling really down right now, okay, let's get on a call. And a lot of coaching is like past-based coaching. On Tuesday, you know, I never took my chicken out of the freezer, so in the morning I ended up going to Greg's and getting a sausage roll. And then you're like, on the Saturday, they tell you this and you go on your check-in form and you go, oh, okay, make sure on Tuesday then, always do a backup plan, go to the shops and, you know, buy some protein and lean meats and all that sort of thing. Okay, we'll do the next time. But it's all in the past. And that's fine, that's part of coaching and stuff like that, but it can't all be past-based. So when you do monthly reports and you have the actual facts and figures in front of you, you can coach more accurately. Because you have all the stats. and you don't coach reactively. And even presenting this to your clients, they start to go, all right, okay, I don't feel it's a personal attack on me. The stats don't lie. I need to pull myself together here. So that's the importance of monthly reporting. You can do ad hoc reporting. So like maybe you want to check based on the five feelings, right? Okay, what client do we feel is the most excited right now, and how are they most excited? Go and ask them, and you can share that in the community. Maybe you look at you want to pull reports on like a client who's been to the most check-ins. Let's say they've got 100% check-in adherence. Go and shout them out in the community. Hey guys, just looking at the last 3 months, and these 3 clients have checked in every week without fail. Boom. Just want to give a shout out to them. They're going to feel seen, they're going to be engaged, they're going to feel like they belong to something. So you can pull ad hoc reports based on your success system. Gamify it. So report on top performers from the CRM every month, like I said. So what we do in the Upgraded Coach is we pull people who are 2x, 3x, 4x MRR. We also pull people who are using MRR systems, which is the software we use. And it's like, well, if they're booking the most calls through MRR systems, let's let people know. So gamify it. And the last piece is handing off to team. So in our world, we call it an MRR sidekick, who we give this stuff to do for them, for us. You could have a virtual assistant that does all this in the background. Get daily reports and coach wisely. So for example, when I wake up in the morning, my sidekick goes away and looks at all previous messages from the night before and categorizes them. If there happens to be any over 24 hours, we highlight it red, and those people are first to get answered. A lot of coaches just coach on WhatsApp from the top. They go answer, 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 instead of going to the bottom and actually finding out who needs replied to, who's not been spoken to since the last time. So this way I can coach to people in front of me, I don't firefight, and I can coach wisely. Closing points: if you don't truly know the involvement of your success system, you coach reactively and emotionally. Now when you write that down, I'll pause it here, you can just press pause, write it down. Remember, all clients learn and need to be coached differently. Analyze the data before going crazy. If they're very compliant with check-ins, getting results, and are happy, don't ruin that relationship by forcing a weekly call or something else that isn't crucial down their throat. And that's the success system done in 18 minutes. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did. I'd love to know your biggest takeaway. Let's get to work.